video, we will be discussing about gas chromatography mass spectrometry technique, which is also called as GCMS in short. The GCMS is a hyphenated analytical technique which is majorly used for the analysis of volatiles and semi-volatile analytes. It has diverse applications in different fields, including food, flavor and fragrance, in environmental monitoring, pharmaceutics, petrochemicals, forensic, and also in the pesticide analysis in the agricultural crops. I am standing in front of a gas chromatography mass spectrometry system. This is a gas chromatograph which is coupled to a mass spectrometer. It is called as gas chromatography because in this chromatography technique, a gas, typically a helium gas, is used as the mobile phase, which is also called as the carrier gas. In GC or gas chromatography system, capillary like long column is used as the stationary phase, which is kept inside an oven which can precisely regulate the temperature of the column. And inside wall or inner wall of the column is coated with the stationary phase, thin film of the stationary phase, and generally a fused silica based material is used as the stationary phase. The samples, while being dissolved in the low boiling organic solvent, is injected through this injector port, which is generally kept at a high temperature in the range of 100 to 280 degrees centigrade. Once the sample is injected through the injector port at high temperature, the sample goes to the gaseous phase, and with the flow of the carrier gas, it enters into the column. In other side of the system, you can see the helium gas cylinder from which the helium gas is supplied as a carrier gas into the DC system. Once the analytes or mixture of analytes enters into the column with the help of the carrier gas, it gets separated on the basis of their boiling point order and their interaction with the stationary phase. During or throughout the run, the column as well as analytes undergo a temperature gradient which helps to resolve the compounds or the analytes as according to their boiling point order. Once the analytes gets separated inside the column, one by one, as per the retention time, they enters into the mass spectrometer where it undergoes three successive processes. First step one is the ionization, during which the molecules which eludes from the gas chromatograph goes to the ionizer and get fragmented into ions through electron ionization technique. And after that, the produced ion goes to the analyzer, in which the produced ions separate on the basis of their mass to charge ratio, and after that the separated ion finally reach to the detector where they get detected. Typically an electron multiplier is used as a detector in the GCMS system. Once the data is collected, then operator goes back to the data analysis system, in which the data analysis is performed through a software based analysis is performed by the operator in the data analysis system. Coming to operation and analysis, during this technique, the sample to be analyzed pass majorly through four successive steps. Step 1 is to check the suitability or compatibility of the sample to be analyzed for this technique. In general, the samples containing volatiles and semi-volatiles analytes are generally preferred to be analyzed through this technique. Step 2, sample preparation. During this process, the sample is dissolved in a low boiling organic solvent, for example hexane, ethyl acetate or dichloromethane, at a concentration range of 50 to 100 ppm. And step 3 is the injection, and it can be performed either through automatic or manual mode. During automatic injection, the autosampler is used, and while injecting manually, the sample is manually taken through the syringe and injected in the injector port. Here I will be demonstrating the injection and analysis of the essence of piper betel, also commonly known as pan, and used in the flavor industries. So here I have prepared the sample for piper betel oil in ethyl acetate with a concentration of 50 ppm. So I will take the sample with the help of this syringe, and then I will inject this sample at the injector port for the run. So I have just pushed the needle into the injector port through the rubber septum, and I just manually injected, and the run has started. Now the run for 30 minutes is over and we are going for the data analysis. Now in the data analysis window you can do two cells. In the upper cell it is actually the chromatogram recorded for the run, which is actually a plot of retention time versus the relative abundance. If I zoom the chromatogram, then you can see three major peaks in the chromatogram at the retention time of 13.86, 16.22 and 17.87. Now the below cell actually represent the mass spectrum. For any analyte of interest, if you simply click on the peak of the analyte, you can get the corresponding mass spectrum in the below window, and this mass spectrum plot is actually a plot of M by Z or mass to charge ratio versus relative abundance. And same for, let's say, if we consider the peak which is visible at 16.22 retention time, if we just make a click on it, you can see the corresponding mass spectrum of that analyte. For the quantitative analysis of this sample, peak area can be determined for the individual analytes separately, which is actually proportional to the concentration of the individual analytes, from which we can get the relative abundance of the individual components inside a complex mixture.